So,
All right.
It's a good position.
everyone's like
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
0.
Hello, Poppy.
Hello.
That's not peaking at all.
That's all right.
Wait. No, before we start this, we should have someone that actually introduces the podcast.
Well, that's what I was going to do before you guys started.
But that's what we do. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Okay,
Okay,
Limon,
well-
you can be the one that starts the podcast then.
Yeah.
Well, pressure's on. Don't fuck it up.
Oh, what the fuck do I do? Welcome to Between the Frames podcast. This is our very first episode. How interesting, hey. It's taken... I was about to say, like, you were just talking about this before. We're going to go on the podcast, but, like, how it's taken so long for us to do this.
Yeah,
All
we
this
shouldn't talk
equipment
about it.
together. Do you want to
Nah,
talk about
we're
it?
not
Let's
gonna
not talk about it. Okay.
But we're here now. We're doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, when people say that they're going to do something, it's so easy to keep saying it and just not do it.
It's
And
like,
Yeah.
when we finally got to it, like there was just one day when Limon was like, Hayden, we're going to pick this day to do the podcast. And I'm like, done. We just like went out of our way, just got it done
Yeah.
together. Because you can get so used to just being caught up in like your normal thing, creating and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm
It's
just
like-
happy that we've got it together.
It's like
Yeah.
when people say, yeah, I'm going to get into YouTube. Like, yeah, I've been thinking about getting into YouTube.
Yeah,
like,
stop thinking.
Just doing
fucking
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop thinking about
exactly.
doing it. Just
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
So first podcast, do we have any like topics that we're going to talk about?
Yes.
Lots of topics.
There is just endless amount of topics.
Dude, I used a GoPro for the first time today.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
That's right.
True.
Wait, is
Yeah,
that your
yeah.
first time?
That's the first time I've ever used a GoPro for actually, no, it's the second time I've used a GoPro for YouTube. I used your old one,
Yeah.
like your Hero 2 or something when
Yeah.
I filmed one of my first videos where like I strapped it to my chest and we did like street photography with it.
With the GoPro.
Yeah, but the quality was shit. This was like way back down. You can
Oh,
find it.
I remember this.
Dude, I've
Yeah.
done
Yeah, yeah.
GoPro selfies
Yeah.
before. I know how shit they
Yeah. But today we bought the Hero 7 Silver Edition yesterday. So I was filming 4K of me just like walking around, where was I? Chapel Street, just doing like
Yeah, how'd you
street
go?
photography. Dude, it was fun. Like
Yeah?
at the start, I was like, oh, I'm not getting any good photos. And you know when it's raining outside
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like you're like, yes, I want to go and shoot. And then when you get to the spot, it stops raining. You're like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Literally
No, but
every
there's
time.
there's still reflections.
Yeah, there
so you can
was-
still
there
like
was that.
work with it.
yeah, there was still
But
the
it's better.
reflection.
It's better
Dude.
when it rains.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Specifically with Chapel Street, I remember
Yeah.
way before I met any of you guys. I went there for a photography sesh. I don't know why. Like I was like Chapel Street, whatever. If you
just
don't know
shooting?
this already, by the way, whoever's listening, Chapel Street is just like a typical kind of street around Melbourne, but it's nothing like with buildings around and stuff. It's not the most photogenic location.
It's where all the clubs are in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like bars and stuff. It's where everyone goes to hang
Yeah,
out like Friday,
but
Saturday night.
Lots of
There-
drugs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately. Yeah.
when I was there, like my idea was, all right, okay, I don't know what I'm gonna take a photo of, but I just did it, kind of thing. I didn't have any expectations, just like seeing what I could do, and I thought this was dope. Like back in the day,
When was this?
this was probably like around vlog 40 something. So like, yeah, nearly like probably 2 years ago. But I went into, I remember like thinking to myself, oh, I'm a mint photographer because I'm going into the middle of the road when there's no traffic going by and shooting down the center so I can get symmetry. But like, because I didn't really like the location that much, I took a photo of just like a close up of a leaf. And I'll show you. And I thought that I was a mint photographer because I was like, oh, look at the bokeh in the background. Like this mint, we're isolated on the leaf and stuff. But it actually
my
turned
God.
out shit. So I'm going to show you guys that photo
my
right now. I'm going to
God.
scroll back on my
lens did you-
Instagram.
what lens was it? Like what? Do you
Well,
remember?
I was actually shooting on Nikon. But no,
Well,
it's actually,
we're-
Nikon's
press
good, by the way.
Is that,
no,
Yeah, we're getting used to the sound
nah,
effects.
the green one.
this is the green one, yeah.
Dude, we all used to
that's the
shoot on
Nikon.
Nikon though.
That's
at one
true.
point.
All of us started on
Dude,
Nikon.
I actually, okay, jokes aside, and I have to say this literally every time I bring it up, but Nikon cameras are actually good for photography. They're just not good for anything else.
That is
And then,
very
but
true.
I
Yeah.
personally don't think that they're great for editing either. Like, there's not a whole lot you can do. Like, the color science in the camera is amazing, but like when you bring a Sony RAW into like,
Oh, it's just a different
Yeah.
story.
you can do
It's a
anything.
new
Yeah,
planet.
yeah.
Shooting
Nah, but
on
I'll show you.
Sony's.
This is the photo.
Oh, you have it?
This is the photo.
Oh, is that night?
Let's see.
Oh, I remember watching this vlog. I watched that vlog.
Yeah.
Did I see that?
Yeah, I took a photo of the leaf.
It looks like a 24 mil shot or something.
Alright.
Dude,
Just,
the leaf.
Let's do a review.
Pointed it here.
Out of 10.
It's not even. Oh, it is in focus. Just.
Okay.
But like, okay, what is the meaning behind the photo? I don't know. It has no emotion, has no meaning. I was like, oh, cool, a mint. A mint. A leaf mint. I'll take a photo of it. A mint on the road.
Lament.
What do you got? So honest review out of 10 from your photography standards today. Liam, 3, 2, 1.
I'd give it a 4. You know why?
Yeah. Why?
Okay, 1 point for the colors. I do like the blues. It's got some blues in there.
yeah,
the blues.
Very subjective.
You've focused it correctly.
Nice.
It's symmetrical.
That's true.
Just, yeah.
It's symmetrical. And then I like the leading lines. But other than that, dude, like the leaf is like on that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not even like that.
Yeah.
You can't actually see.
I just think it's the wrong lens, bro.
Would you consider that to be product photography? Because it's like, it's not a product, obviously, but you're taking a photo of a leaf.
Dude,
But it's very similar.
No,
It's a leaf.
No, obviously.
Mother
Okay,
Nature.
no, hear me
it's
out.
nature.
Yeah, it's nature,
nature
photography.
photography.
Yeah, no. Okay, no, hear me out. So when you're doing product photography, obviously, like say you have a watch, you have to, I've done a watch photography
Go on
vlog.
ham.
Yeah, I've gone ham.
That's the first video I watched of
Same.
yours.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
you told me
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, did
that's
I?
right.
Really?
Dude,
Was it the thumbnail?
He linked it to me. I was
Oh.
like, dude, who's this guy? Like, why is he using smoke machines and shit? Like, this is just whack.
I was
Like,
actually
this is
going ham
whack.
with it. That wasn't a clickbaity title because that's actually what
Yeah.
I was doing in the video.
Dude, so funny because when obviously like seeing a YouTuber from Melbourne, Australia is so weird because usually when you see an Australian YouTuber, like you just lower your expectations so much, right?
Yeah.
Because you used to like because this is before I really even started YouTube and someone linked me your channel.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, use a YouTuber in your area. And I was like, oh, here we go. And it's only
Here we go.
because
Here we go.
It's good that you had low expectations.
well, it's only because every single Australian YouTuber I've ever watched, I've just been let down by. I'm sorry, but most of the stuff overseas is generally just better than what we get here in Australia. I don't know, maybe it's because we're all lazy here, or there's just a different mentality with YouTube.
it's a
But when I watched your video, I watched the whole thing and I was like there was a few cringy parts in there, like there is in all of our videos, and I was like, nah, we wouldn't do that. But then I watched the whole video and I was like, gonna watch another one.
Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
good. And the thing is, like, I think that it's good to be cringe. Like, that's
Yeah,
just my
I agree.
opinion.
No,
I think that when people look at cringe or like awkwardness and stuff as flaws, I think that's when it's a problem. Why are you
Do
laughing?
you want to stop that,
What?
Liam?
Stop what?
Are you beatboxing? I can't hear.
I'm just holding the
He's
microphone.
He's just holding it in a very phallic way and making
So,
Are you
okay,
used to holding
eye
it like
contact
that?
with me.
Go on.
Anyway.
Just
No.
stop, Liam.
What was I talking about?
About YouTube, how it's like cool to be cringe.
Yeah. Like, I think that a problem is like when you see flaws or anything bad about like other people or yourself, if you judge them as good or bad, then that's when you get into this whole thing of judgment. Like you want to remove judgment because the thing is, if you judge other people, then you're judging yourself. If you're looking at videos on YouTube, and it can be so freaking hard at times because like if you're looking up cringe compilations, then you're looking to find cringe stuff. But it's how you interpret the cringe. Like some people are like, oh, that's cringe. And it actually like hurts some kind of thing.
Yep,
But then like the thing is that can actually,
Sorry.
you're right, mate. That can actually like be sort of like, if you're trying to like do stuff that's extraordinary and go out of your comfort zone and seek like being yourself, accepting yourself, the only way you can truly do that is by looking at your flaws in a positive light. And that's also looking at other people's flaws in a positive light.
100%. You said something like, I think it was a couple of weeks ago. It's like when you judge other people, like you're actually, like you said, you're judging yourself. And I was like, what do you mean by that? Like, what does that mean? But it means like if you're judging someone, say, oh, like, look at his hat. That means that you yourself would feel like, what's
self-conscious
I was
about
gonna
it?
say unconscious. No, you're
Unconscious, yeah. You just put it on a hat. You just like a
You're a TKO.
no, you're like you're just
Drop to the ground.
Technical
unconscious.
knockout when you wear that.
Yeah.
probably Hayden's hat because it's so fucking old.
yeah, true. It's got mold and shit. Anyway,
But yeah, you're pretty much pointing out your own insecurities when you judge someone else. And and it's true.
Yeah.
'Cause,
That's why
makes
people who
sense.
judge people are the most self-conscious people.
Yeah, and insecure as well.
Like people who are actually bullies in
Yeah.
high school were the most unhappy about
Oh,
themselves.
dude, where I see like the bullies and the popular kids, which were the same category of people when I went when I went to high school, they have achieved nothing now.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I can't actually say they haven't achieved anything because I don't know them personally. But like what I see on Facebook from them, it's just like they haven't changed their ways from high school till now.
I think
what I mean?
that like if they're like achievement is really like subjective, and some people see like being someone or like achieving stuff in different ways. Like me getting to 1 million subscribers one day, people would see that as like a huge achievement, and I see it as a big achievement as well.
Yeah, but you're always wanting more.
Yeah, but also the thing is like some people are completely fine with like not changing and like not being like extraordinary, and I think that that's good. I think that that's okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's different, but if they're staying the same people in that they're being judgmental, then you just feel sorry for them because they're inevitably going to be feeling bad about themselves.
I've actually got a question for you, Hayden, and maybe we can all talk about this. Why did you honestly start YouTube?
Why?
Yes.
Because I wanted to be paid to make videos.
Is that why you started
Yes.
originally?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's why I still want to do it.
That's cool.
It's literally because I want to make a living doing what I love.
Yeah.
Like the audience and everything, I'm super grateful to have an audience that actually like watches our stuff. But at the end of the day, I would create without an audience.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter to me. That's why like when you look at all the analytics and stuff, it's super easy to get caught up in it and be like, oh, like this is cool. Like my video is going viral, baby. Like Liam's video, his recent one,
The
which
model
one?
photography.
The model
one.
photography one, it's gotten over 2 million views. And that's like to other people, like materialistically, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Like in material success, that's people are like, that's awesome. Congratulations. But as a creator,
It's temporary.
yeah, I know. One, it's temporary. It's an outcome. And if you get too excited about that stuff, then your focus gets on the outcomes, and that takes you away from the process, which is creating the creativity, which is why you went into it in the first place.
Yeah.
If you went into YouTube because you want to do stuff to get views and get fame and virality and all that stuff, you are not going to make it. You're going to be as temporary as what's something that's temporary.
Viral video. Literally.
Yeah, just literally that. Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
because think about it. Like, even if that video got 20 million views and I gained 200,000 subs, then what? I still got to create a fucking video.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like
I
if you're creating people today, I feel like, especially, and this is not just with YouTube, this is with Instagram. People, I feel like a lot of creators like take photos and they post them and stuff onto Instagram just because they want to get likes or validation or something. They're creating as a means to an end.
Yeah,
when you should
it's
be
true. Yeah.
creating because it
You
comes
just
from
enjoy.
within, nothing
Well,
external.
Yeah, like real quick, how many DMs do you get saying, "Oh, follow me back. Can you please like my photos? Can you
Hey,
please critique my
dude.
photos?" Like,
Yeah,
how
a
many
lot.
DMs do you get
It's like
every day just
probably
from that?
30
It's insane.
or 20% of my DMs, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10%.
Yeah. A lot of them is like, what camera is a good beginner camera, which
I get that a lot
can't
as well. Yeah,
even really answer because I've only used like
3.
4
Exactly.
or 5 cameras
Like,
in my
yeah,
entire life.
yeah, exactly.
So I don't
Yeah.
even like. I don't want to recommend my camera that I began on, which is a Nikon D3200.
Well, it's outdated now. Like it's an old
Yeah,
camera.
I don't
Like,
even. I think that's a shit camera to start on. I would much prefer
Really?
to start on a
What
phone.
did you not like about it?
The how
Didn't do much?
yeah, I just couldn't do much. They couldn't progress me. I think it's like, I get that if you're on a budget and you're starting photography, you need obviously something really cheap. But I honestly would have rather started with like a phone and then just saved up and got something like intermediate level that could have progressed me into a better photographer.
Yeah.
So that's why I saved up and I got a Nikon D810.
Yeah.
So even though I wasn't,
D810, how was that?
well, I wasn't pro at the time.
Didn't you
at
get
all.
that when you were
Really?
working with Maya?
Yeah.
yeah,
Maya?
Yeah. He
You're
did
working with Maya?
He did a
So-
cheeky little deal.
Okay. So this is what actually
I've
happened.
never
with it.
heard about this.
Oh, really? So when I was 14 or 15, my mum used to work at Maya, right? And I used to film Like she used to get me to do jobs, and I used to like run coffees for like the models that she used to be an editorial director at Maya. So basically she would help with the edit of like the model videos and stuff you'd see on like with Maya. Like the videos that would make with Maya, right? Like the ads. And if you don't know what Maya is, it's basically like a Macy's or like an outlet store.
It's a department store.
Or Nordstrom if you're in America.
Or Macy's.
Nordstrom.
Macy's is like Nordstrom. That's the same thing in America.
Oh shit! Okay.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Whatever.
I'm
It's
American.
like
I don't know that.
It's a department store. You buy fucking clothes. You buy clothes and shit from there. Anyway, so like, mum's like helping make an ad for it and stuff, and then she'd get me because I was like into cameras and stuff. She'd like get me to make a little behind the scenes video that could be posted somewhere, just some sort of extra footage.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you
maybe.
film. I thought you only did photos there.
No, I didn't take photos. I only filmed.
Oh,
That's what I was doing.
You know what?
Well,
You know what's funny? Like
shit.
back in the day, we started off filming.
Yeah, we started off as
and then we
filmers.
went got into photography later.
Yeah, I
That's the
found
interesting thing
photography easier and more fun.
Yeah.
I got more enjoyment.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll get to that. So I was like, Mum, I want to upgrade my camera. So we're like, okay, we'll make it a business expense under Maya because like technically I was like working with Mum, so I could work with Maya. And so Maya kind of bought me the Nikon D810. I chipped in some of my money, and then Mum got me the 24-70 Tamron, whatever.
Tamron.
But then, yeah, no fuck.
I haven't heard of that in a while. Yeah, keep going.
And then what happened? Maya went bankrupt, and they changed the CEO, and they lost heaps of money.
Yeah,
right.
I remember they had
And
to
so
cut costs in a whole different
cut
bunch
costs.
of places. Yeah,
Mum left because her department wasn't getting any funding, so she left, and then I just kept the camera.
Oh, really?
yeah.
Do you just like? Do you speak to your mum much about it afterwards, or was she just like?
Mum didn't give a fuck. She left, and then they didn't say anything about the camera. So thanks,
good.
Maya, for the camera, and that basically took me through like all my way up until
Sony.
2017 until Sony. Yeah. So I had that camera,
Basically.
and then it started to get like focusing issues because I just ran that camera into the ground.
yeah.
Yeah, I used it for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got it actually. Never sold it. I kept the camera.
Really?
Yeah, I might frame it or put it up somehow.
Yeah.
Frame it. Put it in a frame.
Yeah.
Just put it up somewhere.
imagine.
Box.
It's tired. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like Iron Man, like he's the arc reactor.
Yeah.
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 I'm just
Yeah.
gonna check to see if the cameras are still recording.
Yeah.
'cause
Proof that Mike was on a Nikon.
Yeah, proof that Mike G has a
Yeah.
Nikon.
Hasn't
Yeah.
Put it on your story.
We're on 17
That's
minutes
my
by the way, so
21st birthday present. Anyway. Anyway.
we have to steal.
When do you guys turn
21?
21?
December.
What about you,
well.
Mike? Next
March
year?
31st, 2020.
Jeez. So our audience, I don't know, like, who do you think looks the oldest out of all of us?
Mike.
I think that Mike does just because of his ability to grow a beard.
Yeah.
Like so quickly as well. It's bullshit. I can't grow
Well,
anything.
the thing is, like, I'm different though.
I reckon it goes
What
Mike.
do you mean different? What do you
Because-
mean by a different?
Or like
Limon?
with Asians, you kind of like can't. Can you stop with that face?
Now, to the naked eye, Limon definitely is the youngest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Look at him.
Even younger than
Little
me.
cutie.
Well, honestly, like I've seen like 30-year-old Asians that look like they're like 14. So like I feel like Asians, like when you're like roughly like 16 to I'd say maybe like 28 or something, like you can literally look the same.
I
Yeah.
think Limon's going to look the same till he's 35.
Really?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, because
I would
your
not be
dad is
surprised.
50 something and he looks like he could be your older brother.
He's almost 60, but I reckon he can pass as like 45.
No, I reckon even
Really?
younger.
What?
Maybe I
Yeah.
remember. I don't really see much of
That's
your dad
so
anymore, but
lucky.
I remember
Well,
in like
I
high
see-
school. I remember like he could have been like late 20s.
Like yeah, he like if he
crazy.
dressed up, like he could have looked the part. I
That's
reckon.
so funny.
You know, I was like in high school, people used to call me like Benjamin Button
Why?
because like
Benjamin.
I'm like I look really young, but I can make so many wrinkles on my forehead.
Do it.
It's redonkulous.
What?
Like if I
What?
if I whip out my forehead right now,
What?
I've got about
Jesus
I
Christ.
counted last time I counted there was 12 wrinkles.
Well, how many do I do?
That is nothing compared to me. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have four and a half.
Oh, yeah, you have a lot more.
You have like 5.
Lamont,
What about you, Lamont?
I
He's
don't
got
know.
like 2.5.
You got one. You got a singular wrinkle. Is it even
Singular
called
flap.
a wrinkle or is it called a
Singular
rink?
flap,
If
that's
it's
all.
one wrinkle,
One
it's
flap.
like
Yeah.
It's a
if
mullet.
it's multiple wrinkles, it should be called wrinkle eye. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking. How many wrinkles do you have, Mike? Mikey.
How do I
Mikey
do it?
G.
Minkly minkle.
What do you mean? How do you do it? You raise your eyebrows.
Yeah, just raise it.
No, you don't need it. You don't need to hold your hands. Yeah, just hold your hair back.
Hold your hair back.
Hold your
Yeah.
fucking hair back.
Yeah, you
One,
got like
two.
four.
You got three.
Three, yeah.
Me and
So
Liam are
you-
the oldest, looking with our wrinkles, but the youngest, or in between.
So I'm the
In
youngest, and
Between
Hayden's the
friends.
oldest.
Yeah. How weird is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
But mentally, Hayden's the younger.
Mentally,
That is very true.
I'm probably. I think that I'm pretty immature, but like I try my best to figure shit out. You know, like
Good. Well, I think we're all equally immature.
Yeah.
which-
yeah,
Yeah,
we're all.
but I-
But I think that's what works with
Yeah,
us.
that's why we're mates.
Yeah, that's true. But I
We're
feel
all
like
down.
spiritually you're the most connected because
Yeah.
you just read a lot of meditation books and you read a lot of books as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think
like, in that
that's
sense you're
yeah.
very mature. Yeah.
Well,
or self-aware, I guess.
Yeah, because I think that like I've been through like with YouTube and stuff before I met you guys. I didn't know how to deal with like growing and stuff, and I grew before I met you guys. And like you guys, by the time I was like growing like bigger, you guys weren't like. What do you mean? What do you
What do you
Are you thinking
mean?
about like me physically growing like a giant?
I'm physically thinking about like you growing like Benjamin Button, like growing.
I was eating a bunch of nutrients before I met you guys, and then you
You're
guys
just
were extra
shoveling
nutrients, and
protein
I'm like,
powder.
just like turning into like anyway.
We have to respect each other talking because this is going to be fucked for both the audience and me to listen to. Right
Yeah,
now.
true. First
That's true.
podcast, work in progress.
All three of you are talking at the same time.
yeah,
How's it like? How's the sound?
How's it going?
Shut the fuck up! All right.
anyway,
How does it sound? For you
sounds
guys,
good.
it sounds fine, right? Like you can still hear each other even when like all three of us are speaking. To be
Yeah,
honest.
we want to keep it. To
But
like
you do want to keep it to one at a time.
one.
Anyway, as I was saying, that when I was like growing on YouTube and stuff, and like, I think that like I don't know, like it was at I can't remember specifics, but you know, like I was growing before you guys. Why are you
Why
laughing?
do you keep laughing?
Because he's thinking literally.
Okay, anyway,
sake.
so no, but because of that, like when you get like that power come to you, it's really easy to like get caught up in it.
Yeah.
And because of that, like I had issues with like trying to like harness like my ego and stuff. Because it's very easy for it to get to your head.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and when people are telling you that you're the best,
Especially-
and that you're like
Yeah.
you like, especially being from Warragul, being from a country town, whenever I would go back there, people would treat me like on the biggest pedestal ever.
I think because you didn't have anyone to shut you up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like if you get like, you know, if I go, oh, like, you know, like I gained like 100K or whatever, you guys will be like, shut up, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah,
if
we
you're by
don't-
yourself,
that's true.
you're like, you don't know.
I didn't
like,
know that.
You don't have anyone to like, you
You
know,
don't have
put you
anyone
in
there to
line.
check. Yeah, to check you. Yeah.
But what I realized was, like, I remember one night I was out in Warragul, and when people were like talking me up and stuff, I was not happy just because like I was trying to have normal conversations with people, and
Yeah.
people weren't treating me like a normal person.
Yeah,
and,
treating like a
yeah.
celebrity.
and so that's when I was like, yeah, exactly. And that's
Fuck
when
the fame. Ruben
yeah,
Jerry, Suicide Boys.
screw fame. Honestly, like, no, it's fine if you become famous for whatever reason. You treat it like you just don't care. Like it means nothing. You just
Dude,
accept
do you
it.
remember when we were at VidCon? We walked into the room.
Yeah. Which room?
When we walked in and then, sorry, that was really shit.
Which room?
Okay, we walked into
There's
a party,
many.
and then you gave me your wristband. We had to get into that party,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
walked in,
yeah.
and you said to me, "Let's pretend like there was some people. I knew like a lot of people in there. Like there was the guy that started BuzzFeed. There was the guy. There was like a bunch of people that
Try Guys as well.
yeah, but like,
Right.
and we knew like some YouTubers in there and stuff like that. And like, this is like big people, like the biggest on YouTube in this room, right? And Hayden's like, let's pretend we don't know anybody and go up to them and ask them what they do.
Yeah.
Which is great though, because like you were saying, it brings them down to this. Like you both start on the same level.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
start
that's
on like
true,
an
yeah.
even playing field instead of you going, oh my God, I love you.
Yeah. You suck off the mic. Mike sucks off his mic.
That's the podcast
That's,
title.
yeah. Yeah. Podcast.
Mike licking Mike.
Clickbait.
Yeah. How did that go?
How did what go?
How like going up to people?
Oh yeah,
What
no,
was
it
their
was
reaction?
good. It was good, like going up to him. Like some people took it well, and those are the kind of people that probably you would want to surround yourself with, because the people that don't take it well have let fame get to their head so much that they're just like, oh my God, this person doesn't know me. What the hell's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, it's like, dude, I might actually just not be fucking interested in what you do.
Yeah. Like,
Don't
even if
fucking
you
care.
did know him, who even cares, man?
It's like when you see an Australian celebrity, like, oh, look, it's Dave Hughes. Like, nobody gives
No
a
one
fuck.
gives a single fuck
but
about
like
them
the
anymore.
amount of
It's so
people that
funny.
were trying to like talk to David Dobrik and Nigger Higger and stuff like that. I know, it's such an unfortunate. I love Nigger Higger, but what was he doing with his name?
He's actually like put out a video explaining it. It's like he's not trying to be any like racial or anything. He's just it's meant to be Nigger Higger apparently, not
Nigger or
Nigger like N double E.
Okay.
I'm not even going to say
him
it.
saying.
I'm not
by
going
the
to
way.
say it in case someone takes the clip and puts it.
Yeah, somebody's actually going to
Just say
like
it with
auto
Nigger
mix
Higger.
this.
Yeah.
Say Higa.
Yeah.
That's it.
Higger,
Ma
Higger.
Higger. Hey,
Say
Ma
Ryan
Higger.
Higger. Say Ryan
We're
Higger.
all not allowed to say this. Everyone shut the fuck up.
Okay, let's move on. Anyway,
Ryan Higger.
yeah. But like I watch David Dobrik. We all watch his
Yeah.
vlogs.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
love his videos, and I would love to work with him someday. But if I like saw him, I wouldn't treat him like, oh my God, David Dobrik.
No,
Like I would
no
be like,
way.
hey dude, like I really like your videos and stuff, and then just start a conversation. Like, don't make a big deal out of it.
I think it's because YouTube's like still a new thing, you know, like it's only 15
Yes.
years old, right? Like no one knows how to react. Like no one in history has ever seen like,
But there's
someone-
famous people.
Yeah, but yeah, I do understand that. But like it's more of a niche thing. Like you watch certain things, like, you know, everyone's like a fan of David Dobrik. Like I guess it is the same.
It would be the same, but it's like, it's also,
But,
yeah,
like,
you're right.
You can see all the numbers now. Like before with
know.
celebrities, you don't see every numbers. Like you don't see the views. Like now you see everything. So you
true.
really put them on that pedestal, and it's like, oh, like, hey, like, how's it going? And like you act differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be the same, bro. Like me and Mike shot Joey Badass, who's like one of our favorite rappers,
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah, we're freaking out.
dude, we're
Yeah.
on the inside.
It's tough. It's hard to like keep yourself like just in check because your ego wants to be like, oh my God,
Dude,
like
the
Joey
ego just
Badass.
wants to jump out of you, but like I remember we went into like, he was at this Wagyu beef restaurant, like, of course. He like, my mic fell. He had like diamond Rolexes on and all the
Each
rapper
wrist. He
stuff.
had like 2 Rolexes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
one on
Doesn't
each.
make any
like
sense.
all-
$250,000 earrings and shit.
Just everything.
But
Crazy.
is he happy?
Well,
I don't
probably.
know.
I don't know. But anyway, like the point was like we went there and like I saw like my favorite, like actually one of my favorite rappers, like just sitting right there. And but I didn't
Yeah.
go like, oh Joey, like, hey man, like can we get a photo? Like he was eating dinner, so like just say, hey,
Be
what's up?
respectful. Yeah.
You just like
Yeah.
you treat them like a normal person because that's
Yeah.
what they are.
Yeah. Let him eat
Just
his
a person.
Wagyu beef.
Yeah, let Joey eat his beef, mate.
Yeah.
It's good.
Ask him for a little bit.
But
Just be
yeah.
like, can I just have a bite of it just to taste it?
Oh,
And then he's
would
just like, he
taste
just looks at you. He's like,
Sure.
But
yeah, he's like, sure.
No worries. Just gives you a
Grabs
piece,
his
yeah.
knife. He's like, gosh.
but I
Yep.
actually feel like Wagyu beef now. Stop talking
Don't
about
tempt me.
Yeah.
But no, after me
expensive.
and Mike, like after the shoot, because we're so excited, but we kept our cool. We're like professional and everything. And then after the shoot, we drove to like this place, like 2 kilometers away, just a street. We pulled over and we just get out of the car and we're like, holy shit.
Yeah, we just
Yeah,
let it
he
all
just
out.
let it out.
And then we just start hugging each other. I'm like, I
like-
fucking love you, bro.
Like,
Oh
fucking
my
love you.
God.
One of the most hectic nights ever.
Yeah.
Because we'd been
It's
listening
just
to
I just want to
stupid.
check to see if these cameras are
Yeah.
We're on 28 minutes real quick. So did you want to take a small break and then we can get going?
You
Can
start
we?
them again?
You
started?
did?
Yeah, I'll just start again. Yep. Yeah, it stopped recording. That's fine though.
Okay.
We can just like cut whenever. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to bring up the topic you were talking about YouTube, like about it only being 15 years
Yeah.
old. It's really interesting because no one has ever done a career in YouTube.
We've spoken about this before.
What do you
not
mean?
possible.
Like
No
from-
one's finished a career in YouTube because it hasn't
one's
been
retired
around
yet.
No, you can't be retired from YouTube.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I know
Because
what you
even if
mean.
you say, "Oh, I'm retired from YouTube," no, you're not. Your channel just died. You're not
Well,
retired.
there are
stick on
old
onto it.
YouTubers.
Yeah, but they're not. They haven't done a full lifetime, like
Yeah, yeah, of
start
course.
to finish. Like
They're not gonna be
They
like,
haven't
I've been-
died a
yeah.
YouTuber. Like there's people that have died, but died young. You know what I mean? Like there's people that no one's been a grandparent.
no one started.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I know
by,
what
the
you're
time
saying,
it's,
yeah.
by the time it's 2050, then people would have done a full career in YouTube. But we are actually on the forefront of being a YouTuber. Do you know what I mean? Like
That's-
our generation,
yeah,
in the
exactly.
past 10 years.
How long do you guys think that you're going to do YouTube for? Like, in all honesty, like if you could like say like in the next 10 years or 20 years or whatever, if you could like say when do you
Dude,
think?
I don't even know if YouTube's going to be around. So I personally can't say, but
Yeah.
I would like to keep I think I'll use a camera for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I'll just.
So that's it.
There you go,
What
Lamar.
about you, Lamont? Yeah.
Well,
Oh, well, you're not like huge into it yet.
well,
so.
yeah. I've only just started technically, and I'm not really like pushing myself with YouTube at the moment. I'm sort of more focusing on photography, and then I'll deal with YouTube. But like for me, I think podcast is more interesting. That's why
Yeah.
I was one of the few people that actually was like, let's get the equipment and let's do this.
Yeah.
So I find podcasts is more interesting.
Why?
It's just
You
it's
listen
like-
to podcasts.
I
though.
listen to podcasts
Yeah.
quite a bit, and I just like the idea. It's just, you know, you're just talking and it's just real. This is as real as content gets.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is you like fully putting yourself out on the internet. There's no bullshit to cover up. There's no cuts or like any second
Yeah.
takes.
It
in
might as well be
between.
live.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like you might as well just be speaking to like an audience just
Yeah.
live, and it's the same thing.
By the way, can we do these live streams? Like,
Yeah.
can we hook this up?
I
to
think
make
we
it
can.
live?
Yeah, we
Hook
can.
the camera
We
up.
can. Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be sick.
But,
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
first podcast, obviously, we'll just do it and we'll figure it out. Like, you
Yeah,
know
we'll
what I mean?
figure
Just
out
while
along
I've
the
got
way,
the
yeah.
idea as well, I follow a comedian, Lewis Spears, and he did one thing where I think his 50th podcast. He did it live, like not camera live, like it
Like
was still
in a live
filmed, like
audience?
actually a live audience.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I've
how
seen
that's
this
how
before,
Joe
yeah.
Rogan does his.
Oh, really?
He streams it and then he like posts it onto. I'm pretty sure. I'm
No, no, no.
90%
No, no,
sure.
no.
Lewis is
Like people
yeah.
sitting right here.
There's people
Oh,
sitting,
there's an audience.
like a stage.
a live,
Oh, shit.
live audience, and then it's filmed as well. I think that would be cool to do that somewhere as well.
Yeah, I'll love to
Yeah,
do
we
that one
couldn't
day. Yeah.
fit anyone in here. There's
No,
a little.
no.
No.
No,
Well,
not
we
here,
go,
like
we just bring all the equipment and just
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
mic.
Yeah.
We just
Yeah.
get 4 mics and just have some stools and just
Yeah,
talk.
yeah, cool.
Yeah,
That's a good
sure, yeah.
idea. But going back to your question about how long I'd do YouTube for, dude, I don't know. Because like I feel like I've only just started.
We're all babies.
I
with
still feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. Like every time I go to film a video, I'm like, how do I do an intro? Like what do I do?
it. What do I say?
Like what,
Yeah.
literally,
Totally
like, I'm
get it,
like,
man.
hey guys, what's up? Oh,
so like,
hey,
I don't know.
no.
I
Guys,
think
what's going on?
I think probably like, I don't know, like Mike said, I'm always going to be using a camera because I love taking photos. I love documenting things. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Even if no one ever sees my photos, I'd still be taking them because of just the way I've wired my
Yeah,
brain now.
but
Yeah.
that's good, and that means that you're in it for the process.
Definitely.
But
How about you?
I'm the same. I can't say, but I think that like it's in my DNA that I'm a filmmaker. Whenever people ask me like what I do, like I used to say like I'm a YouTuber, but now I just say that I'm a filmmaker. One, because if you say you're a YouTuber, they're going to ask you, oh, how many subscribers do you have?
Yeah.
And then you just say, oh, I've got 10.
Yeah, 10.
And then that's it. And then you leave.
What, like 10 million?
Oh, no, I
Nah,
did it.
Just
Okay,
1-0.
sorry, I did it.
Did you actually
at
do
Lucky
that
Cop?
the
We were
other
at the
day?
club a Friday night.
Oh,
And some
really?
guy, because I was vlogging in the club.
Yeah.
I got to look at that footage as well. I haven't transferred it yet. It'd be fucking piss off.
Yeah.
But anyway, some guy comes up to me and he goes, "Aren't you scared that someone's gonna hurt your camera or you're gonna drop it or something?" And I was like, "Nah, not really. Actually, never really thought about it, to be honest."
Yeah.
But he's like, "So what are you doing with it? Like, are you filming for the club?" I'm like, "No, I'm filming. I'm like, I do like YouTube, whatever. I'm filming like with my boys. I'm just filming them tonight." And he's like, "Oh, really? Like, you have a YouTube channel? How many subscribers do you have?" And I was like, "Oh, 10." And he goes, "Like 10,000?" I was like, "No."
Did
10.
he actually say like 10,000?
Yeah. And then I said, "No, 10. The number after 9."
What was his reaction?
Really? What did he say?
What was his reaction?
What was his
He
reaction?
was like, "Ah." And then he kind of like took a couple of steps back, and I was like, I moved forward to him, and I was like, "Where are you going?"
You intimidate him.
That's
And I was
so
like,
funny.
"No, I'm just starting."
Yeah. Can you subscribe? He just gets out his phone and is like,
Yeah, no, he just walked off. So there you
Oh
go.
my
So
God.
funny.
It just shows club mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so funny because we all went out clubbing the other night. That was actually a pretty good night.
That was really
fun. Anyway, you know, like how we're all a group, right?
Yeah.
We don't have a name. We don't have a name yet. You know,
I don't, yeah. See,
Why?
I don't care about that stuff.
my recent Instagram.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh, yeah. Do you want
Ask
to
your
read through
audience.
some of them?
Let's read. Yeah.
All right, so I posted a photo to Instagram saying, "What should we call our group?" All right. Lamon's one at the top comment. Am I even looking at the camera?
Well, that's a really long name.
It's too long.
It's a very long name, but
Am I even looking at the camera?
because I was just looking
I
at the
can
photo,
screen
I'm like,
record this, so we
I'm
can
just
put
not
it in.
even just looking at it yet.
I've got so we've got the boys.
Yeah,
generic.
definitely
Yeah,
not.
that's
I
Sorry.
kind of like it.
We got Eggplant Gang, which is dead meme.
we're very
Okay.
dead.
Dead.
Me.
Barefoot Bangers.
Barefoot bangers. When have we been barefoot though?
In that photo.
once.
in the
Oh,
photo.
barefoot bangers. That's clever. I like
We've
that.
got
But no, sorry.
Sony Squad.
No.
No, 'cause we might
that's
change
like a
on that.
direct
Nah.
marketing. Like,
No.
We're asking for it.
Mike comes in with the Master Debaters. Good one. What are we in year 7? Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Master
I thought it was
debate.
pretty
What is
cool.
it?
We got
yeah, got it right. Didn't get the crickets.
Yeah.
we got
Don't play
What
the
do you
crickets.
mean? What do you mean? No.
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 I'm actually just gonna read out some good ones. Oh, we got Gang Bang,
Gang bang.
the Blue Guys, 5 Boys, 1 Cup.
What about bursters? Like shut up.
Bursters. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Hooters, but bursters.
Oh, this is my favorite. HaydensWhite.com.
Hayden's what?
Hey, what? HaydensWhite.com.
HaydensWhite.com. .gov.edu.au.
the next-
.jpeg.raw.
That one's good, but not as good as the next one. We got Tell Hayden to put his hat on or get a trim.
Okay. Hold up.
Or get a trim.
Hold up. Okay, so whenever I'm doing a live stream or if I put something up on my Instagram story, every time people will comment about me not having my cap on. And it's fair enough because I have it in literally all of my videos.
Since
but
the
like
start,
I get so many mixed opinions. Like people are saying, "Oh, you look so good without your cap. Keep it." Like you just embrace it. It's not that I'm not embracing it. It's just like I'm used to wearing a cap. That's why I wear it.
I literally, it's how I see you. It's part of your
Like
body.
if I take this off right now, I look like a bloody
Tintin.
Tintin.
I'm just not used to it.
gonna
That's
say
the thing.
Tic Tac
I'm
for
just
some
not used to it,
reason.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that video of the guy with the Tic Tac head? And then he's just like, I'm not a sodding Tic Tac.
No?
Okay, anyway, tough crowd.
You're more like a potato.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Potato.
I don't know
hate
about-
potatoes, dude.
they make
Potatoes
it-
are the worst. Oh, should I tell the story about the potato? Okay, hold on.
Before
Story
you tell
time.
that story, one sec.
Time out.
I don't think there's any good names here, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Is it all just memes?
Yeah, everyone's just
no one-
taking the piss. Like,
We came up with this, Mike. I'm pretty sure Mike came up with this idea like a few months ago. We had like Crossfire.
Yeah, I still like
That
it.
was cool, but like I just feel
Yeah.
like it's pretty like generic and cheesy.
It does
all.
sound kind of cheesy. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
It's like being the sharpshooters. We're the sharpshooters.
Yeah.
I'd rather
Sharp.
just everyone refer to us as like one of us, and then we all kind of like sit in that,
Yeah.
like behind that one person.
What about the Boca babies?
I would rather the boys.
That's so
Yeah,
cringe,
yeah.
dude. See, the thing is, like, you could either come up with something really cool, or it's just gonna be like cringe. And the thing is, like, it doesn't. And I say cringe in like the way that's like,
Dude,
it just doesn't
whatever you're
work.
about to say is a reflection of yourself.
Yeah, I
Go
know.
on.
I'm just like, okay, I'm being like, mindful of that. No, but like the stuff that just doesn't like, it doesn't like line up with us. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's why we should I actually prefer the boys.
Yeah,
Just
I
the
probably went that
boys,
way as
dude.
well.
It's
The
not
boys.
even.
It
It's
works.
just we're just us. Like,
It's just-
who cares?
Exactly.
I don't know.
the
We're just a
boys.
collective of just guys who are friends. Like we don't have to have a title for us. Like,
Dude,
Who actually gives a fuck?
I found a good comment. I might get this tattooed on my chest.
oh no.
Sony's before homies.
God, Sony's
not
before
cringe.
homies. Yeah,
It's good.
Wow.
So
cringe
what-
is good. Cringe is good.
What's the deal with a toilet break on a podcast? Because I need to piss like a racehorse on steroids.
Really?
Well, that's the thing.
Well,
like at the 30-minute mark, which we're at roughly 30. We're at 38 minutes. At 30
can you
minutes,
guys-
missed it.
You guys can chat for a bit, right?
go for it. Yeah.
yeah, go.
yeah, right.
Go
I'll,
take a. Yeah.
Go take a little
take
piss.
Is there a toilet down
wrist
here,
like
or
a
do I go
race?
up?
What?
just go upstairs.
Yeah.
All right. I'll
Yeah.
be back.
Okay.
Go for it.
It's a
BRB.
light on the right.
By the way, what's funny about Liam's mic? Yeah, just Naruto runs out. What's
Yeah.
funny about Liam's mic is the connector doesn't work quite well, so it just keeps like flopping down for any of
Yeah.
you guys just watching. That's why he has to constantly hold it there. We have to get a new
Then we
thing
turn
for
it into a Viagra ad.
I would be watching that on ×2 playback speed. It'd be funny. Just him.
What,
flopping
a Viagra ad of
Yeah.
Liam doing this.
Sure. Why
Yeah.
not?
Sure. Anyway,
That makes
What were we going to
sense.
say about something about probably something YouTube related? can't remember. You were about to
Probably.
start talking about something. Oh, the eyes bulging.
Okay, yeah. Back to it. Okay, so if you don't know this already, I hate potatoes. And that's it. That's it. Nah. No, potatoes are like I'm not very picky with my food. Like I'm not that picky. I'm pretty picky, but I'm not that picky.
You're
But
the pickiest out of all of us, Hayden.
Out of all of us, I'm probably the pickiest. But like, if there's one food that I can't have, it's potatoes. And the reason why is because like the texture, I've always hated it. And I think that
I love
because of the
potatoes.
fact that
like mashed potatoes.
yeah, but I think that the fact that I've always like told myself throughout my whole life
Yeah, it's
that,
embedded into you.
yeah, it's just like wired into my brain.
You don't like potatoes. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Anyway, so back in the day, back in like grade 5 or something, I ended up
story.
like, there was, okay, so everyone, before the school camp, everyone had like a sort of assembly kind of thing, just talking about the camp, going through like what's going to happen and everything like that. And then at the end of the talk, the teacher ended up saying to me, well, saying to all of us, like, does anybody have any like allergic reactions to like food, allergies or whatever? Like just stand up in front of everyone if you do. And then there was me. I stood up
Yeah, you grabbed a
in front of
banana.
every single person and I said that potatoes, I hate potatoes. I didn't say I hate potatoes. I'm allergic to potatoes. And he's like, oh, okay, like what happens when you eat potatoes?
Why would he ask you that? Why would he just?
I don't know. I actually
Fuck
don't
you.
know.
Like,
just
like,
wouldn't
if
get
you're
on with
allergic,
I think
you're
he was
allergic.
just curious, but then like, yeah, he's just like, yeah, what happens if you eat potatoes? And I'm like, my eyes, okay, I meant to say my eyes swell up, but I said my eyes bulge, like, you know, that bulging filter on like Photoshop, like when it just goes like boom outwards, like
it comes
that.
out of your eyelids.
And like when he heard that, like everybody just like looked at me and just started pissing themselves laughing. Actually, imagine eating a food and then your eyes like just expanding in all directions.
They don't swell up. They just go.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon. It's like
open up.
boof.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was my story. I don't know what I learnt from that. It's
Great value.
Yeah.
To not lie about being allergic to potatoes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have to eat the potatoes in the camp?
No. I actually didn't. So thank God. Thank God for that. Yeah. Successful
fine.
outcome. How's that banana going, by the way, Liam? You love your bananas, don't you? You cheeky bugger. Oh, don't do that.
Let's
People
not do
are
that.
going to
I will
definitely
mute
click
you.
off. Unless who actually does anybody here listen to ASMR?
No, but
No.
I've
I
listened
want
to
to.
it a few times.
sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I want to make one.
You want to make one.
Yeah.
Of what?
Photography ASMR, like where I like take
Shutter
like,
speeds and stuff.
well, like that. I like like I take the lens cap off, like just flicking different buttons and shit. I don't know.
Like
I
the
think
sound
it'd be
of a
good.
shutter. Yeah,
I
it
want
could
to do
work.
it. I want to do it here with these mics.
You need an omnidirectional mic though, so you can.
Don't you
tell,
have one?
I do have an omnidirectional. You can use that one.
Is that like good for ASMR?
Yeah, it'll be better than these because
It's
these
the
are
big silver one, right?
the big silver one. Yeah,
All right, I'll use that.
that's
yeah,
Then.
use that.
Done.
That'd be pretty funny.
It's
yeah.
interesting to see like trends like that rise in social media. Like before ASMR, like ASMR has been like a really recent thing, I think. Or
Yeah,
at least
it's been-
I've only heard of it really recently. It's interesting to see like just those new emerging things. It's like who would ever think that ASMR was going to be a thing? Nobody talks, nobody connects with an audience through ASMR, but on YouTube it's a perfect platform to just like make sounds with like whatever. Like,
Oh, that's nice. Can you do
Actually
that again?
does sound
does that actually
nice,
sound
yeah.
good?
What about this? Ready? Oh wait,
Wait,
wait.
can you do
kinda
this
cool.
one? Wait, was it?
I'll do it. Ready? I'll do it. Ready?
Oh my God. I can't do it.
What was that one they did?
Ready? This one here. Ready?
This is an interesting podcast.
All right, ready? Let's go around. I'm gonna start. We'll do one ASMR noise. Ready?
Wait, let's do this. Does this work? Ah, damn it.
Come on, another one.
What about?
Oh, this one. This one.
Okay, no, let's stop doing this.
Can't
This
even
is
hear
weird as. This is like
Alright.
getting to a weird. No, but anyway, on the topic of like, what is Limon doing?
Can you hear it?
No, you can't.
On the topic of new emerging things on social media. What do you guys think about TikTok?
Oh, dude, I started uploading when we got it because we all got it for a joke that one night, and then you know yours went viral. You got like 200K in like a week, which is dumb. I don't understand how that works, but like I don't know. I just feel like there's no real audience there. Like the audience isn't sticking to you. You know what I mean? Whereas if on YouTube, your audience is like they're really engaged and they actually like they watch you for you. Whereas on TikTok, I feel like people are just wanting short bursts of like what do you call it, dopamine.
But that's also Instagram.
Yeah, well, as well as that. But I think TikTok, like where it is at right now, I feel like it's just like young kids who are just like boom, boom, boom. I just want to see cool content.
It's
I don't
just
care
all
about
just viral content.
I don't care about
it really is.
I
like
literally
who's
feel like
making it.
I'm old when I use TikTok.
Yeah, same.
Like it's like something I don't understand. Like
Just because the audience is primarily like what?
And I'm also just not familiar with the app. Like I'm not familiar with how it works. Like the DMs, how do you talk to someone? How do you comment back to something? Like where are all the buttons?
Yeah.
I simply, because there's not that stickiness that I can see, I don't want to put the time in to learn. So it's
Fair enough.
it's
I can't
my
really
own.
bothered.
It's on me, obviously.
Yeah.
To make the content and stuff for it, and the content takes like 10 minutes to make. Like it's not hard.
But that's the thing, and I think that like fair enough if you don't want to do it and if you want to just keep focusing just on YouTube. But the thing is, with TikTok, with what we do specifically, we can make the videos for YouTube and then we post the stuff on Instagram as it is. It's like, why wouldn't you just do it for TikTok as well? Because the content you make for TikTok, you can also put it on your Instagram and YouTube stories as well. Because it's only 15 seconds. You can put them on your stories and that's still value. That's heaps of value.
I'm still going to do it, bro. I like 100%.
I posted one tonight.
Yeah. I love making them and I love posting them. And like, you know, you can really go viral really easily on TikTok. Like it's so easy to gain an audience. But like,
I think it's very easy to say that though. I think that we're just lucky in that.
Nah, dude. Like compared to other, like I know what you're saying. Like we already have an audience, but like, dude, compared to like every other social media app, you cannot get 200K in a week in any other app. But on TikTok,
but that's kind of like why I don't like it, because there's no grind compared to the other applications.
There's definitely grind. Like
nowhere near as much as YouTube though. I feel like with a 15-second video, like anyone can make a 15-second video. It's hard to make a full-on vlog for YouTube.
But that's also subjective. Some YouTubers might just film something straight out of their iPhone and then post it. And that's still a YouTube video. And they still might get to however many subscribe. Look at like I love PewDiePie.
Yeah, but there's not people making 15-second YouTube videos. Like there's people like
there are.
Yeah, but like, where's the stickiness with that? Like, where's the audience behind it? Like,
not. It's different.
People aren't going to back you the same. Like, people can't relate to you in 15 seconds. Like,
it's not. And I don't think that TikTok is made for connection.
No,
but it can be.
And
in the future, it might.
Yeah,
be.
maybe. But like right now, I just feel like unless it completely overtakes and submerges Instagram, I just like it's just not on my hit list right now.
But like, why do you guys like Instagram, for example?
I've just been on it forever. I understand.
So it's familiar.
Yeah.
But but why do you like it apart from the familiarity?
It's a platform to share photos. Like we're photographers for fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly.
We put photos on there. Like,
but it's not like Flickr.
Yeah, that's true.
Or like 500px or what are some other shitty ones? Tumblr's died in the ass.
What's that one that people use for inspiration?
It doesn't fucking. Pinterest. That's actually good though.
That's
huge.
different. That's different.
I fucking love Pinterest. No,
Pinterest is different.
Don't shit on Pinterest. I fucking love Pinterest.
No, I wasn't shitting on it.
Don't fucking shit on Pinterest. I'll come right over there right now, you motherfucker.
Yeah. No, but it's
My boy
all
Pinterest.
subjective. Like, but I think that like, this is just my opinion. I think that having like a pretty closed off mindset about new social media platforms is not like, I think for what we do, if we want to grow and like cross pollinate our audiences, I think it's a mistake.
I think it's great to try it on TikTok, and that's why I'm doing it, because you know, like we've said, if you can gain a new audience and if you can get more people to see what you're doing, then why not do it? And it's not that hard.
Yeah,
and it's so easy.
It takes 20 minutes max.
Dude, I made like with the videos that we've made, like I remember I spent a day just like focusing on just making TikToks, and I made I think about like 8 TikToks
really?
In one day, and I posted like 5 of them or like 6 of them in one day. And that's why out of all of them, there was one of them that went viral. And that's the one that like it got, I don't know, now
10 mil or something.
Now it's at
mil.
like 11 mil or something. But that was just like, it's because I just like put it out there. And that also just goes to show, not just with TikTok, but with any social media platform, if like, it's just a matter of time before people, like before the traction comes on. Like you might make one video that just kicks off just like that. And it's the same with anything. Like,
yeah. What you're talking about right now is a really interesting point. I know that me and Liam talked about it a while ago. Like if we weren't doing, like in the future, if we didn't do YouTube, what would we want to go into that is something that could still be sustainable and give us a job and maybe something that we could enjoy?
yeah.
Do you remember we were talking about this, Liam? Like potentially being like a social media consultant.
Oh, yeah. We were thinking about that because our mate... our mate Jordan, who also does podcasts, he like, you know the one we went on, Uncommon Show?
Yeah.
He does podcasts as well, and he's like, I think he does that or something similar to that, but I was saying like, is that a job? And he's like, yeah, that is a job. Like you can consult people on social media. So you can go to people and like teach them how to grow. And I was like, dude, that, you know, that
actually is a good idea because where people sit with social media right now, people have a lot of people, this is not everyone, but this is just what we see is how many followers do you have? How many subscribers do you have? How many this, how many that? Where it's actually, it should be what kind of things do you post on your page and what do other people get out of them? Because you see
what value do you provide?
Yeah, like a kitchen page that fucking, you know, a place that has kitchens and sells kitchens, they shouldn't be putting pictures of bench tops and different marbles and shit. No one gives a fuck. Like they're not going to get any comments. No one cares. Yeah. But like they should be having something that has something to do with some sort of value, right? So it's like that's where I think like it'd be interesting to be a consultant for someone's social media page because you could point them in a better direction instead of somewhere that's like, okay, this is how many followers we're going to get you, this is how many likes we're going to get you, and actually educate people about social media instead of trying to get the most followers and shit out of it.
Yeah.
That's another thing as well. That's a thing, like a whole nother business you can do. Like if you're listening and you have knowledge about social media and you know you've grown like a following or you know how to grow followings, like a job can be going into like workplaces and teaching them about social media.
Isn't that like e-commerce stuff?
Not
necessarily.
E-commerce.
No.
E-commerce is selling online. I'm talking about just
growth.
Teaching people about like, you know, there's like older people who don't know how to use social media but need to know it for their job.
For the business.
You
Yeah.
can go and teach them and that's a job.
Being a consultant is basically a teacher.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be something I reckon I'd quite enjoy that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, we have the knowledge, but there's still things I'm learning every single day.
Oh, of course.
With this stuff, like I by no means, none of us know it all. Like,
and you won't. No one could possibly
will.
ever be an expert because social media is subjective.
Yeah, like everything.
Life is subjective.
But it's just everything. Like I don't know anything.
No one knows anything. Everyone just interprets.
Does.
And in life, all you get better at is guessing.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think that a good mindset to have is to always assume that you know nothing because then you learn the most.
Yeah, literally like Gary Vee said it, I think. You know, when you're, say if you're in a conversation, when you're speaking, you're only, like you're not learning anything. You're only repeating stuff you already know. But when you just shut up and listen, that's when you learn.
Yeah.
You know, so like if you're always trying to like talk over people and like, you know, tell everyone this and that. Mike, nah. Yes.
I have a fucking problem with doing that.
It's good.
Just get really passionate about something. I just need to fucking get it out of me.
No, it's good. No,
it's good to talk. It's
good to talk.
But it's also equally as good to listen as well.
100%. Because
that's why I'm quiet all the time.
Yeah.
I think we
Honestly,
both need to balance.
You're the opposite to Limon. It's fine.
That's why we're best mates.
No, that's how it works.
Legit. Balance each other out.
We actually do.
It's fucking weird, yeah.
We actually balance each other out.
Bloody yin and yang.
Yeah.
we
Is
actually
it
are.
Combination.
Is it yin or ying?
Yin. It's yin.
It's
No, it's yin.
It's
Yin and yang.
It's yin. It's
not ying.
It's YIN.
Who the fuck said that?
Huh?
Liam.
No. Yeah, it's yin and yang.
Yeah, it's like YANG, like yang, and then
Yin and yang.
It's interesting.
Yang,
I don't
yang,
know
man.
why.
That's cool.
Yeah,
What's the time at? And how
we're
long
at 54 minutes, so we can
speak
cut
for a
it
bit
short
longer.
here.
Yeah,
But
let's
Well, you guys want to keep
start
speaking?
wrapping it up.
It is quite late, and I'm getting pretty.
Yeah, I'm
tired.
exhausted. Like we had to like make these chairs and stuff. I don't know why we assumed that these chairs would be put
11:30.
together before we did this podcast. But
11:30.
I did nothing today. I went on a date though.
How was it?
how was it, Mike?
In a short couple of sentences, how was it?
She's pretty cute, pretty funny, good to speak to. I think I'm going to go on a second date.
Hey,
It's good.
That's
I
the
like
mic we love. The short, concise mic.
Yeah. Now we got to think of how do we like stop these podcasts? Like how do we figure
Stop,
out-
and then
I
we
was-
cut it to black.
yeah, just every single one mid sentence, just
Yeah,
and we actually cut it there.
Oh, we should
Well, I
figure
was-
out something. We should. Sorry.
Yeah,
You go.
I was
I'm going to
playing-
stop.
Learning. See, we're learning,
Well,
guys. Haven't we done well?
You shut the
Yeah, I was just.
No, well,
I was
okay,
just gonna.
Well, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking.
I'm actually going to fucking shut up.
Yeah, I was thinking. We just I said thank you for listening to the podcast. If you want to listen to more, check us out on different social media platforms. So we'll be on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
Google
Shameless
Podcasts,
plug.
Amazon, Amazon Echo or Alexa, whatever it's called. We're on a whole bunch of different platforms.
Pornhub.
Let me just
Possibly,
say,
possibly. In the future, we're working on that one. We're working on that one.
Videos.
if
Yeah.
you don't listen to anything on Spotify, just fucking download Spotify. For fuck's sake.
Dude, if you listen to Apple Music, fuck off.
You can only find us on Spotify. If you don't have it, then too fucking.
This will be on Apple podcast. This will be on Apple
Yeah,
Podcasts.
no, we'll figure
Yeah,
it out.
basically
And
that's,
anyway-
that's how I was thinking of just ending it
Wait.
every single time, just saying remember to check us out on these platforms and
Yeah,
then
done.
just be so see ya, bye, and then cut. That's what I was thinking. What about you?
That's good. I want to do that, but then when we instead of plugging each one of us, go check us all out, we have to plug something completely irrelevant
Okay.
that happened in your day or your week or something like that.
Plug something
Yeah.
irrelevant.
How about we all say
Yeah, so
one
s-
thing each?
So some
Like,
guy shout out to
a
this person or like something that
thing,
you
an
saw
object,
that you
Yeah,
liked.
done.
Instead of plugging
Shout
yourself,
out.
everyone already knows us. Obviously,
Yeah.
why don't we shout someone else out that we liked?
Yeah,
and
okay.
end it
Yeah.
like that.
Shout out.
Wait,
Yeah.
during the day or someone that follows us?
Like
Or just
each week,
anything,
just whatever. Just
anything.
shout out to Sean that helped us out with the tire that one time.
Oh,
What's his
yeah.
name?
Yeah.
A Trotting Fox _ Go
Yeah.
check him out. And we each have a person, and then we end it.
Yeah. Okay. Liam, you go.
Shout out to the couple today who was sitting at the bar with their dog. It was pretty cool. And I asked them if I could take a photo of them.
Oh,
And
that's
they
good
said
content.
yes. And yeah, I got a good photo, which will be on my YouTube channel at 7th year. Anyway.
Yeah, at 7th year.
Nah. Yeah, that's my
Plug it
shout out.
again.
How about you?
Yeah.
Shout out to Zoe. Thanks for laughing at my jokes today.
Who's
on the
Zoe?
date.
Oh,
The
that's
chick on
the-
the date.
Oh,
Go on that, right? Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Shout out to Landa Ja, who was the model for my Your Name photo.
your name.
Your Name, the movie,
Oh.
anime movie.
Okay.
Your edit
yeah,
of it.
my edit of it. I finished it today, by the way.
Dude, I'm so. Can we get that up on the screen? This
Do you
is
wanna
the
s-
edit.
Yeah.
Boom. And Hayden?
Shout out to my parents for letting us use this space.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
That's going to be
True.
your
Thank
one
you.
every single time.
Yeah.
Every
Thanks,
time.
Nige.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Nige is
Fiona.
actually
Thanks, Nige.
saying you better give me a shout out or else you're not.
Dude,
Yeah.
Nige
Getting
is
any space.
hereditary in the corner. He's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
thanks, Nige, and thanks,
Yeah.
Fiona. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you, thank you, Nigel. Thank you, Fiona.
That's
Right.
amazing.
By the way.
Yeah. Oh no, actually anyway. Nah, thank you
Wanna-
for watching.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you have any suggestions for any of us, the cameras stopped recording, but whatever.
Yeah, we have to
we all suck at this.
Redo the outro again.
But that's fine. Okay, so
Learning curve.
we know what we want to do for the outro. So what do you want to say for the outro? You want to send any questions and stuff to betweentheframespodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a question. It can be a story time. It can be something funny that happened to you or something that you want to let us know. Maybe you got some information for us that you want us to share or talk about,
Yep.
and then we can give our shitty advice about it. So
Yep.
if you've got anything that you want to send, just send it through to betweentheframes@gmail.com.
No, betweentheframespodcast@gmail.com.
We're still learning.
It's
We're
going to be
still
up
there.
here in text.
Yeah.
Mint.
Send it to that.
Yep.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, thanks for watching.
Thanks.
For listening.
Listening.
Thanks for listening and watching
Thanks
or
for
whatevering. And
We'll see you in
in the
episode
next
2.
one.
Episode 2.
Yep. Catch up.
Ciao.
Sayonara.
Arrivederci.